Hey guys, so I just bought this new Lamborghini in my garage. Do you know what I like more than my Lamborghini in my garage? Knowledge. You see Symphony's eye marker I install on my circles? They give me the 10,000s I need. But I'm a selfless man and I'll give one to my opponent as well.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm DZBT04 here. Today I am back to cover Levidras here in DZBT04 Destined Clash. So this is the cover card of the set. It's Levidras. So I'm here with one of my friends and he's going to help me review today Levidras. I think it's a pretty interesting deck. It's clearly not a finished deck. There is some things like missing, but I do believe that it can only get better from here. I think the deck's foundation is pretty good as of now, and today we will demonstrate the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, with that out of the way, let's just begin our right deck and energy. Yep. So, the crest is up. So we play our crest, and then our right line, we just play the native right line for Levidras.
Yes. So, let's start with the Great Zero first. So, Stack Never Dragon. This is a card you absolutely must run in the right line no matter what, and for good reasons. He's your typical starter that when roll upon, go second, draw one. But you need to run him no matter what, and here's why. We now go to our next right line. Score Piercer Dragon. So Score Piercer Dragon, when you will write Manticized Dragon from your right deck, if your soul has Stack Napper Dragon, you don't need to discard anything to write up.
So it actually needs all three of them present at the same time. So the one checks the 0 and then you can write the 2 for free. And the only thing is that it means you can't play stuff like Margaret or you can't use early game Soul Blast because you need this in the Soul, correct?
Yes, that's correct. But it also means one thing, free advantage, basically.
It's free advantage, yeah, it's free. It's a modular right line but better. Okay, now to talk about Manticide.
When he's rolled upon by Levidras, pay 3 energy, and you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add any grade 3 or less card you want. So if you want a trigger, you want a sentinel, you want an order, anything you want, as long as it's grade 3 or less, you can add it to your hand. It's basically better than Columbard.
It's much better than Columbard, holy shit. Okay, let's talk about Levidras then.
He has 3 skills in total, so we'll go through them each in order. So the first is an X skill. By paying 1 Counterblast, you can choose one of your rearguard circles and one of your opponent's rearguard circles and give them an Infinity Ice marker. So basically, what this means is that you install one of the marker on your side and then one marker on your opponent's side. So why is this important? Well, that is where the second skill that we just come to play. So the Infinity Ice marker has no abilities whatsoever. However, when your units on the marker attack, like with the marker attack, you can have that unit gain 10,000 power or negative 10,000 power. So basically, you're basically giving yourself a force marker on your side. However, on your opponent's side, if you let them lose the 10,000 power,
you draw one.
But you must remove the marker no matter what.
So you install every turn one free force marker on your side, and for your opponent's side, you also give them this marker, and that when one of their units attacks, you just destroy it, you remove 10 from the attacking unit, and then you draw 1. So basically, it's basically a CB1 plus 1 force marker. If you really think about it in premium terms, right? You all love premium, right? You love premium. I love premium.
I love it.
I love premium. I don't know what a V series is. So anyways, the thing is that it's going to keep accumulating, and it's going to get even worse because, have you thought about Divine Skill yet?
Oh yeah, that's right. His Divine Skill is, when your opponent is grade 3 or greater, Soul Blast 1, and you can install an Infinity Ice marker on your side and on your opponent's side as well. And not only that, Levidras gains 10,000 power plus 1 critical.
So it's basically a better Phantom Blast overall.
But there's one important thing to note, is that some of the skills and abilities work only when you have a specific amount of markers. And let me just say this, the markers on your opponent's side that you install from Levidras skill counts as your own marker.
Yeah.
So
just be aware of that you would want to use this skill as fast as possible so you can accumulate more markers and you can win.
Yes, that's right. So now we move on to our grade 3s.
Yeah, and our grade 3s is literally just 4 copies of Levidras. I know one in the right deck. That's
One,
right.
three.
I know we mentioned previously that I know from the thumbnail you'll be thinking we play the Levidras order. It's really bad. Just don't play it. It's a net zero scales with zero power. So realistically, you just don't gain anything. And your deck is much better when you play a leaner core, so you can game grade 2 and then grade 3 you can start to control and zone and zone and zone and zone for your knowledge with your infinite power, your Lamborghinis. But anyways, moving on to our grade 2s. Our grade 2s, we obviously play Mantis on the right deck. You already know who he is. If you don't know who he is, go back in the video because my guest has done a great job elaborating. For the rest of it though, we play 4 copies of Cell Gaon, aka Onto 4 and Augusta, who is a very busted card, but we'll get into it in a bit. We play 2 copies of the World Champion Sea Rumble. We play 1 copy of Twin Cast, the strongest card from Bruce.
Yes.
We play 3 Huli, and then we play 3 Arms, sponsored by Miltai. So let's cover this. This is from the right deck. You know what it does.
Mantis. Let me go through arms first. So arms has 3 effects that you need to get through in the condition. So first of all, on the 4th battle that he attacks, he'll gain 5,000 power. If you call a card from drop this turn, he gains 5,000 power. If you play an order this turn,
He gains 5,000 power. And that's why we play a lot of orders in this deck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Spoiler alert, you don't see it now, but you'll see it.
So the whole point of playing this card, as certain innovators online have created, it literally ticks off all the conditions for Levidras, and because of that, it will gain a total of 15,000 power for free. So it's a 25k beater. It's much better than Gabrek, it's much better than your Bull, it's much better than your Inner Pulse, it surpasses everything else. However, it is just a power break. So that means you only play at 2 to 3 maximum just for the maximum power to beat your opponent in when they're struggling with the high damage output. But realistically speaking, you will not use it for anything else, and that's why you look into cards like Hoodie.
So Hoodie has an effect where if you have an Infinite Ice marker on your same column, you can pay 1 counter blast, choose any grade 2 or less card from your draw, and call it to your regal circle.
So it's V Columbine.
But wait, I'm not done yet. If after using this effect, you have 3 or more of the markers. Infinite Ice marker, she gains 10,000 power.
Amazing. So basically, if you go second, you trigger the divine skill, you'll have 3 markers. 1 on your side, 1 on your opponent, 1 on your side, and maybe a 4th one, I think. Right? And then that's it. You literally just get the free 10. So this is prime going second material. In the late game, this scales intensely. But going first though, and on your grade 2 turn, Huli is not very good, which is why she's really only a 3 off. Realistically, it's all placed on the rearguard circle, so you could even revive Huli and then Huli revives you another rearguard, and it's better pop building than Cristiano's and Nairo's combined, which is freaking insane if you ask me. Next up, we will cover this card. This is
Protection Twin Cast.
Now Twin Cast, I've already covered it in the previous deck profile by our wonderful guest Mcrafter 3000. He covered through the entire of Twin Cast, so please check the link in the description. I won't even talk about this card because I think he went into such great detail that I will never need to talk about this card anymore. I'm just going to link you that video, link in the description for our Bruce Divine's video, so yeah, just check it out. Realistically though, the short and long that you need to know is that it literally is just quick shield, and it's very fun.
Alright. Now moving on, we'll play 2 copies of Sea Rumble. So why are we playing 2 copies of Sea Rumble? It's because A, we're playing orders in the deck. So realistically speaking, you want to have a secure way to get orders in the deck. The other is for defensive purpose as well, since Levidras kind of needs some way to draw and cycle through. And sometimes you will have excess energy.
Now the thing is, we only play 2 because this deck uses a lot of energy very well, so you don't actually need that much energy users. And the main culprit is Cell Gaon, Lua's insect archetype card. Now I'm just kidding. This is on 4 Ontogaster when placed on the rearguard circle. If you have Infinity Ice markers in the same column as it, Energy Blast 3, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 from among them, put it to your hand, the other goes to the bottom of the deck, and it only gains 5. It's literally Cell Gaon. So for all my Luat brothers, like, subscribe to this video, understand that this is my Luat Divine's deck profile. I will not ask for an update. The second skill is that
if you have 3 or more Infinite Ice marker, he can attack from the back row.
Oh my god.
And he gains 5,000 power.
Yep. So he literally is your 3rd attack. And you'll be wondering, why is he my 3rd attack? Well, we're going to get more attacks. And that comes from the grade 1 segment. Our grade 1s we cover is Scorpius the Dragon from the right deck. You already know him. I'm not going to talk about him much longer. But he's just a nice one-off. He's a cool art, but they really wasted it in my opinion. We play 4 perfect guards because we want to stay alive. We play total of 6 resurrection orders. We'll get to that in a bit. Our main spine of this deck, it is full knowledge Foxil, and then we have the award-winning Clarence, who is Mobile Mind on drugs. So let's cover this really quickly. This is Mobile Mind on drugs. And then a bell that is unit attack or boosted, right?
Yes.
And a bell is unit attack or boosted. If you have an Infinity Eyes marker in the same column as this unit, you move this to your soul and countercharge 1 if you have not countercharged this turn. So it's just Mobile Mind's really good. It gives you soul, it gives you countercharge. Stoicheia decks a long time ago used to struggle with this problem, but now they just keep printing these busted ass cards to solve them immediately. I wish they learned this for Night Rolls, because clearly someone did not get the design memo that I need countercharge. But alright, let's move on. The main spine of this deck, and the reason why you're probably watching, is full knowledge Foxil. Now, I cannot stress to you enough how important Foxil is to your strategy. If you just never see Foxil, you straight up lose the game. So I'll let you talk about it.
Alright, so Foxil's first effect is, if you have a Vanguard, Ritual Vanguard with Levidras in its card name, he gains 5,000 power. And the second effect, the bread and butter of this whole entire deck, when this unit boosts, if you have an Infinity Eyes marker on the opponent's circle, Vanguard circle, he gains 2,000 power. Then you counterblast 1, and then you choose one of your back row rear guards, it gains 10,000 power, and it can attack from the back row.
I'm pretty sure this needs to boost Levidras, right?
Yes, it needs to boost
Levidras, yeah. So it needs to be the center back column of Levidras at all times to ensure that you can get your 4th attack. So if you've been counting, you have on fall Mr. Antogaster, who is your, he's your 1 multi-attacker, and then Foxil will give another of your units an attack skill. I don't know, maybe the one, the only, arms, and then that's pretty much it. You now have a total of 5 attacks for free.
Yes.
It's very easy to maintain. You notice it's just 1 Color Blast, and Color Blast will literally just describe to you Mobile Mind on drugs. So yeah, you can see that this game plan is very simple and very effective, right? Yeah. Would you say so? So how would you facilitate this game plan? Well, I would say you need Foxil at all times, and therefore we play 6 Resurrection Orders. Now, there are 2 different cards, right? This one is Resentment, as you probably know. Soul Blast 1 to play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, mill 1, choose 1 card for your drop zone and call it. And then this is our good old Spiritual Body Condensation, aka Pepsi Man. We play this order because we like Pepsi Man. If you want to play the Go order, go ahead. Soul Blast 1, choose 1 card with the same grade as your Vanguard card, your Vanguard Circle, and it gains 5 from drop. It's a very simple resurrection.
Yep, it gives you 5,000 powers, so it can give you some early beating power as well.
And that's the main method on how you actually get to Foxil. So yeah, that's pretty good, that's it.
The other way is, of course, using Anticize. That is the reason why we're playing the native right line over the rest. It's because you check top 5, you can easily get your pieces out.
Yeah. And lastly, for our grade zeros, we play 1 Manticize, 3 draw, 4
we don't play Anticize, Stack Mapper.
No, Manticize, this Stack Mapper, 8 crit, 3 draw, it's all the exact standard stuff. We won't really need to talk about it. So yeah, that is it. It's a very simple deck, and that is Levidras in summary. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by this deck. I think if you picked up this deck, you won't really be very disappointed. The only thing is that there's clearly something missing, like you can see the amount of generics we have to squish in this deck. Like, we are relying on other people to do the draw, we are relying on other people to do our power, we are even relying on a whole bunch of borders just to call 1 card. It's clear that something is missing from this deck, but you know what? Given that there is support coming set 5, I'm not worried. I think it will be pretty cool. Any last thoughts from you?
Overall, I pretty much like the deck for what it is. And I think that the amount of attacks and the amount of pressure that it can give, it can be pretty devastating overall. The defensive draw mechanic that it installed in itself, I think, is really nice. It's something that D has not had for some time after all.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and
and that will wrap it up from us. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time.
Remember to have more knowledge.
More, give them more, give them more, give them more, give them more, more, give them more. More.